while they just flatline, working on.
How y'all doing, man? It's your boy the comment with tapping no capping. Where if you're nerdy, you've seen it, then what's your opinion? And I'm with
Maddy Kate cosplay.
yes, sir. How you doing, Maddie? We appreciate you coming in full effect with the Jinx cosplay.
Any opportunity I can be her, I'll take it. I'm so happy to be here. That intro was awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Ooh, that was awesome. I was sitting here like,
oh my God. I thought you was just posing like you was like, oh, I didn't know the intro was gonna be so long. Like,
no, I was here like, damn, we're getting into this.
Appreciate that. Yeah. So, tell the people about where you from. Tell them about how you got started into cosplaying and all that stuff.
Oh, of course. I'm Maddie. I've been cosplaying for 10 years now. I've been professionally working in cosplay for 5 years now. And I live in the Pacific Northwest, but I occasionally go over to like the Tennessee area, the Colorado area a couple of times for conventions when I'm invited. I've been cosplaying, for so long. And I really got into it when I first started watching anime when I was like 13. I've always loved dress up as a kid and didn't want to give that up. It was so much fun. It's such a unique expression, I feel like, especially when you can like get into.
I'm so sorry, solicit. no, sorry. Go ahead. I apologize. Solicit supposed to be on here, girl. So much going on. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry. Where was I? Yeah, didn't want to give up dress up because it's so much fun and it's such a unique art style. I love all art forms. I eat it up. So yeah, and it's just really taken off since then.
Okay, that's what's up. Sorry, I am sending Solicit this invite because she is supposed to be on here today. She solicits cinema. She has a great platform. She always supports. Thank you for always supporting. And speaking of people that's supposed to be on here, I ain't gonna say black people, but KP, how you doing? Straight from Detroit, man. How you doing?
That's good, my G. How you doing, Maddie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing? My bad, Kay. My bad, man.
Oh, it's all good, family. It's all good, man. We appreciate your presence. You know what I'm saying? For those who do not know, this is the man. This is a director. This is a black man that succeeded in life. He did 3 movies on Tubi, Lovers and Friends. He done did Airbnb, which I highly recommend. Very hilarious. And he also did Suckers. Could you please let people know about your projects? Let them know, what they about, how long you've been doing movies, all of that. Content and all.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm back. Yes, sir. So hey, man, first of all, appreciate you for having me. Okay. Secondly, Maddie, you look great over there. Okay. I'm a fan of that show, Arcane. So I automatically love the get up.
Thank you.
I have been directing since college. Moved here on a bigger stage, bigger platform, and really now just hitting my stride with my homie Brandon as we're taking off now and really getting some dope things going. Got 3 movies that came out this year. We're set for pre-production to do 4 next year. And we just
want to keep
getting bigger for the next one. We're going to do this action joint. We just want to keep it going, man. Like keep going until I can get, you know what I mean? Get to where we're trying to get.
Oh, that's my arch nemesis right there.
Thor.
Yeah. Hey,
he don't know what's going on. He just be happy to be here.
Yeah, Thor is not the friendliest person, man, and dogs love me.
He is friendly though. That's the craziest part. He too friendly.
Really?
Oh yeah, he too friendly.
Maybe it was too late at night when I came through.
In here, I already know it's over with. He'll go with them. He'll go with somebody.
What?
In here. Oh, yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. But yeah, man, I met KP at Power Morphin Con. Dude, bro, I've never met this dude before. Always been a fan of him and Big Jaws and Clay and Thomas content. Very hilarious YouTubers. So I was already familiar with KP. He just took me underneath his wing. And I had a beautiful con experience because of that. So man, publicly, I just want to say thank you for that. You are a real dude, inside of doing your content outside. So, flowers to you.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you. I mean, I feel like that's what it's about, man. We all come to a specific location to enjoy ourselves. We all are like-minded. We are here for the same, the same premise. We all enjoy what these comics, these superheroes, things of that magnitude, and we're supposed to be a community. So, I feel like sometimes it's everyone's job to make sure everybody has a good time. You know,
Right.
and it was your
Right.
first one.
Yeah, it was my first Power Morphin Con. That
That's
was
what
my
I'm
first, my
saying.
very first. Wasn't my first
So,
convention. My
right,
first
right.
Power Morphin one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like we gotta make sure, you at least make it somewhat memorable and there's at least a good enough towers. Like, well, damn, that next one I want to be able to come back and now I know this person, that person, and this person.
Wasn't that the last one?
They still gonna do it again. But
Okay.
Power Rangers is done now though. From
Okay.
what I hear, like Power Rangers that's
They,
it.
they stopped the
It-
comics and all that stuff.
it's all of that is done. The show until they figure something out down the line. I'm sure they'll bring it back.
Oh my god. Oh, solicited.
Hello, hello.
Oh my
Solicited.
goodness, you
Oh
are
my god.
gorgeous.
Thank you, as are you, darling. I was like, there is
Okay.
no way I'm getting on here with a cosplay person, and I gotta bring
Okay.
Velvet Daughter.
Hell yeah!
Just a little bit.
I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, so hold on though. You ain't tell me you was coming on like that though.
Hey,
Okay.
man, I move how I
Okay.
move.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm all right.
Let's
It's gonna be a whole
go.
different type of episode now. All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
That's what's up. So let's jump straight into it, y'all, because I don't know how much time Maddy and KP is giving us. So let's just jump straight into it, y'all. We here to talk about Arcane season 2. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Is that
Yeah,
Maddie on the
yeah.
front of that?
That's I mean, that's her
Look
peeking
at
on the
that.
side.
Oh, that's
Nice.
dope.
Damn. He sent that to me and I was like, oh my god.
Try to do a little something. I'll do what I can when I can do it. You know what I'm saying? But
Awesome.
yeah. Yeah, man. What do y'all who wanna start off? Like, you know what I mean? Who wanna what's
Maddie,
up? What we
give it to me.
doing?
Oh, let's let the queen start it off.
Oh my
Okay.
god, y'all. Okay, so I went to LA to see the official like premiere of Act 3 of season 2 a few hours before it came out on like at midnight on Netflix. And the people, the community, it was amazing. I met so many amazing folks there and just the energy was amazing. I made a little
Oh,
chomper.
nice.
Oh, that
Yeah.
looks
I withered it
so
myself.
authentic.
Oh, it's me. But it's a Bluetooth speaker I got to make there. It was, oh my god, it was such a fun event. But bro, when I tell you it was like a theater
Ooh.
of nerds watching
That's
the
all
last 3 episodes together in tears.
In tears,
In
probably. Yeah.
tears. We're crying. Everyone's singing along to the intro. And like by the last time the intro was playing, I was like sobbing. you know, I could not sing along. But that was such an amazing experience. I wasn't invited or anything. I went on my own free will because I had to go. But Arcane means so much to me. I am absolutely obsessed with it.
Did you play the game?
I can what?
Did you play the game?
League of Legends.
League of Legends?
I haven't played the game.
Me neither. I didn't even Kyle, did you play the game? Did you play League of Legends?
I didn't, but I have done my research. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
too. Me too.
Yeah, I did do my research. I was like, let me go ahead, tap in and find out what they doing on the game. Apparently, the game lore is completely different from the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, a minor to that. Like I remember in season 1, I was really into Singed, like that bald chemist dude, and I was like, "What's his deal? Why is he here?" And he's a playable character in the game. So I did a whole deep dive, and apparently in his biography in the game, you can find everything about him, and it was pretty spelled true to the series as well. But they changed some things in game lore to the show as well. But there were also like so many like things in the game that were put into the show that you wouldn't even notice unless you played the game.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was really,
for me, I found out that Silco, that's not how Silco was supposed to be. Like he has this whole like mechanical look that's not even like this big Messiah. Not Silco.
Victor.
Victor. And a matter of fact,
Okay.
I did a couple of slides, so let me go ahead and pull up
Yeah,
Victor.
yeah.
You know
Show
what
me
I'm
the
saying?
slides. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he's so pretty.
Yeah. So Victor, man, apparently he's supposed to be like this like he's like a tinker, you know what I mean? He's kind of like off of like the dude from Into the Spider-Verse. What was the dude that he played? Prowler. He's kind of like Prowler.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? He's like
Yeah.
a tinker type character with gadgets and all this stuff. He's not like this big messiah in the video game. So it's very interesting how they deal with certain characters.
Okay.
Right.
What's going on, Santo? Appreciate you tapping in, bro.
The necklace is crazy. It is.
That is clean, bro. Did you like this is you already got this? Like you already had this or you got it for this?
No, you know my rule. I only use what I have in the house. So I just whipped it together.
That is what we call a closet cosplay, and those are the most fun.
Right.
Right.
I just had a bunch of random stuff, and I was like, I think I could pull off Mel. I was looking at the characters, and I was like, I think I could pull this off.
You did. I got it. I got it as soon as you came on, for sure.
Thank you.
Did you all know that it was only going to be 2 seasons? So I went into the show blindly. I came in last. I was like, dang, everybody keeps talking about this show. All right, let me watch it. Started watching. I said, damn, I feel like I was missing out. This is great. When it ended, the last episode, season 2, I'm like, okay, Jinx is gone. This is it. This is the end. How do y'all feel about that? Or now, I guess it's a little different because might be some spin-offs.
Go ahead, Maddie, because that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Jinx is not dead.
I'm not convinced that she's dead at all.
Now I saw some things.
She
but
escaped.
Are we sure?
Yes, she escaped with the.
Are we sure?
Okay, let me tell you this. In the first episode of Arcane, when she was Powder and she jumped over the Piltover rooftop, she saw a blimp and said, "One day, I'm gonna ride one of those."
Right.
And the very last scene of
there's a blimp flying off.
The last episode, there's a blimp flying off, and as you can see at the ending scene, Caitlyn is looking through the vents in which Warwick and Jinx had fallen through, and there's escape pipes and vents through that. So that's why she's twirling the monkey head, and she's looking at those things. It's kind of giving a reminiscent of she's possibly still alive because maybe they never found a body. Maybe because Caitlyn, that's kind of her thing. She's like obsessed with Jinx, and like
rightfully so.
She wanted to bring her to justice or whatever. So, but also you can see like screen caps of when she's falling with Warwick, and she does that whole like shimmer pink eye like zip zap zop thing.
Yeah,
and you can see that happen a bit in screen caps through that thing. So I like to think she is not dead.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I don't think she's dead at all.
No, and with the new, when I was at the event, they were saying we are in development of more seasons for more places in League of Legends. Not Piltover and Zaun exclusively, but they want to give more story to their characters from other regions, especially Noxus. And one of the characters in Noxus, I believe she's in Noxus. God, what's her name? I forgot her name.
Abessa?
No, she's a blonde, and she's a scholar. But she's in the video game, and her and Jinx in previous League of Legends animations have been friends. So people are thinking that Jinx may return if there's more Noxus and she's a playable or she's a character in the show. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Jinx the most popular character from this show?
Hands down.
I think so.
Really?
I think so.
I would
But there's a lot of like.
There's only 2 other characters you could compare her popularity to, and that's got to be Echo, and it's got to be Vi. Besides that,
Echo is dope.
Echo is dope. Let me go ahead and bring him up, and I'll post label these. But Echo, man, let's go ahead and talk about him, man. How did y'all feel about the boy wonder, man, the man of the hour, literally,
I didn't expect all that from him, to be honest. I was surprised that his role got turned all the way up in season 2 because it was so small in season 1. And I was like, oh man, he's saving the whole day. All right, I'm with it. So with it.
Yeah, and I think the way, for me being a director, the way that scene played out at the end with him continuously having to rewind back and forth, knowing it's only a couple of seconds, and just going and the way it was shot was all like, this is beautiful to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is phenomenal.
KP, do me a favor. Scoot over to your left to like block out that light you got like right there. It's like, yeah. There, yeah. Because it like, you see it. Okay, there you go. There you go. That's cool. Because every time you kept doing it, it was like I felt like I was getting pulled over again. So I was like,
no, we don't want that.
Not getting pulled over.
Right.
Hey.
Echo was dope. Like you said, second favorite character for sure, easily.
So who's your first?
Mine. I do like Jinx, but I like her sister a lot too, though. I don't know. Who's yours? Give me yours.
Who's my number one favorite?
Yep. Give me three. Give me 1, 2, 3.
Vander, bro. I know that's gonna sound crazy.
Give me at least one.
No. My number one is Vander. My number one character is Vander. Vander is a dude that eventually turned into Warwick. He's the big werewolf dude. You know what I'm saying? He's the adopted father for Jinx and Vi. And for me, man, he to me is for Arcane's he's basically like the Avatar's Uncle Iroh for me. You know what I'm saying? Like Vander gives me that type of vibe because it's like he may not be the like I'm sipping tea and I'm all about peace type of character, but he is like that. He's the balance between these two broken relationships. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Vander, I don't think they could have ever bridged that gap, because you saw as soon as Jinx saw Vi or Vi saw Jinx, like she went straight to tussling. Like, oh yeah, no, we is not cool. We is not friends. We is not sisters at this point. They both denounced each other at a certain point. I mean, the fight got so toxic, Vi accidentally hit a little kid. You know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for Vander and that love for Vander and him just being the stand-up dude he was, that bridge to their sisterhood would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? So Vander for sure is my favorite character.
Nice. Maddie, Jinx, Claire, we got it. Yeah.
Maddie's
Who's your least?
Actually,
favorite,
no.
Maddie?
My favorite is not Jinx.
Oh.
What?
She is so much more to me than just a favorite character. So she's like on her own pedestal. But my favorite character is Silco. My second favorite is Savika, and my third is Singed.
I love Savika. Savika. Oh my god, I love her the voice actor for her and all of it.
Oh my god, she's so talented. I am down so bad for Savika, dude.
So y'all don't know. These are some of the voice actors. That's my boy Vander, Heimendinger, and Savika, man. These were some. First of all, the cast is fire. The voice acting cast is fire.
They did a great
job. For those who don't know, Amira Van, she's been on Underground. She's been on Queen Sugar. She's been on a lot of big acting roles, projects that I love already. So for her to be in this, I was like, oh man, like I'm in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I was already in it, but I was like, I'm even more in it.
Yeah. She was dope. So who's your favorite characters?
I don't have a favorite character. I think a lot of the characters were just so rich, and I'm also so new to the series. I just binged it over the past couple weeks.
Me too.
So I'm super fresh to I didn't even know about it until Khan told me about it, and I watched the first episode and I was hooked. But I was like, I did.
I was like, oh, they doing that? Imagine Dragons.
Right.
Oh, yeah, y'all got me.
Imagine Dragons. My thoughts exactly.
Okay. Why not?
To pick a favorite, I like different characters for different reasons. So I'll just tell you some of the ones that stood out the most to me. I liked Jinx season 1, but because her craziness was so entertaining when she was just unhinged. Yes. I was kind of like, when she was calming down, I was like, man, I'm happy for her and the journey of her character, but I miss the crazy. I really miss the voices and all of that stuff. So I really enjoy her. I enjoy Vi because she's so tough, but she kind of has that Achilles heel where she just doesn't know how to let go. So that kind of was getting on my nerves. I'm like, girl,
Girl.
Like
For sure.
you're going against reason at this point. Like with Vander at the end, I was like, baby girl, he's gone. I'm sorry,
For
but I
sure.
did like Vi.
Mhm.
I loved Ambessa. Oh my gosh, she was a beast.
I forgot. Why did I? Okay, yeah, Vander my favorite, but Ambessa is right there.
Even though
Oh my god.
villain, oh my gosh, Ambessa.
Oh my god.
I was like, she is.
I have the Ambessa Tokidoki.
She tough.
Yeah, she's really
Oh,
tough.
she's gorgeous.
She was tough.
Right?
Oh my god.
And I
They
love
had
how
her
they
armor.
introduced her. You know, they introduced her like, I'm about to go and enjoy the cuisine with that little prostitute boy. I was like, oh.
The way she was treating him too, like a little hoe too, like
Had him trained. Like when Mel told him to leave, he looked at Ambessa. He didn't move. He looked at her like, if you want me to leave, I'll
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a real one. But I really enjoyed those. I would say I enjoyed those three the most. I enjoyed other characters too. Like I really liked the professor and how he did so much, even after they dethroned him. And he had so much grace about him. But if I had to pick the three, those are my top three.
Nice.
Mhm.
yeah, you hit it on the nose, man. I really, and that's, it's a good series when it's hard to pick a favorite character. You know what I'm saying? Because they write the characters so well. They're all compelling. You know what I'm saying? Like your biasness will just be on like whose perspective do you like more, but everybody, no character is linear. Everybody has duality. Everybody has like some faults to them. Everybody has mistakes that they made. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is perfect. I think that's why the show is so good, because unlike most shows, they show like how strong bonds and connections are, but in this one, it shows how strong, like how crazy like bonds can be broken. Like from Ambessa and her daughter, from Vi and her sister, from Vander and Silco. You know what I'm saying? All these bonds were broken, and I think that the reason why a lot of people watch this show is because we have a lot of broken relationships that we still have to navigate through, that is very complicated. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shows can't depict that in the right way, and I feel like Arcane did a beautiful job.
Oh, absolutely. That was one thing that stuck with me while I was watching it, is that no one is like fully wrong. They all have their reasons that drive them, even if what they're doing, like Silco, the way he was going about it was messed up. However, his cause was genuine. It was good. It came from a good place. That was happening a lot. So that just to piggyback off of the duality you were talking about, it was, I picked up on that early. I was like, no one is really wrong here, which makes such an interesting dynamic when things get combustible and things go crazy. It's like, can you really blame Jinx for running into Silco's arms after experiencing such a traumatic experience? She just killed,
especially as a kid,
trying to help them. Her sister seemingly abandoned her. It was a lot going on. So it's like, can you even really fault her for a lot of this stuff, even though it's bad? It's like, I kind of get why it happened though. So I really did love that dynamic of the show a lot, a whole lot. Nobody was like pure evil.
Exactly. Everyone was gray. There was no black and white. It was all like following the characters through their own experiences. So you couldn't really be mad for the reasons of why they did what they did,
You weren't mad at anybody's choices or decisions at all?
No, for sure.
No, mad at them, yes, absolutely. But it's like,
what's the little girl name?
Huh?
What's that little girl name?
Isha!
He pissed me off, y'all. I'm sorry.
You mad at Isha?
Bro,
you mad? Hold on, wait. You mad at the character, the child who sacrificed herself? That's who you mad at?
Hear him out. Let's hear him out. Why are you mad at Isha?
It did need to be done. It did not need to be done.
Okay, that's
her shooting
that
Vander?
sacrifice was unnecessary. It didn't. No one was, she didn't save the day, quote unquote. She kind of just like, all right, broke everybody up. You can do that without killing yourself. She was the only one who took a L. Am I tripping?
Are you calling? I feel like you calling Isha a crash out, bro. Is Isha a crash out?
I mean, she did kind of crash out for like. I feel like if you would have just thought about this. When she looked over, I said, yeah, she okay. You don't got to do this, sweet. Like, there got to be another way. Okay. And then that sent Jinx down a whole different path. That whole decision. I get it for storytelling, but I'm like, sweetie, it didn't really.
I think context matters though. She's a child. She did what you would expect a child to do. You grown. You real grown. You feel me? So we think differently from her.
In her mind, this is what was going to save and help Jinx.
And she would be dead without Jinx as well. You remember, because Jinx saved her. So thinking, I don't know how old she was, but she clearly was. She was a baby. So I think that within that context, I totally get why she did what she did. She thought that it was going to save Jinx. In the story, whatever I got to do to save her, I'm willing to do it because she saved me. But I did think that was a little presumptuous, just a little bit, because I was like, Jinx wasn't in immediate danger unless I'm remembering it incorrectly.
No, you're right.
She got hit, but I was like, she's not in immediate danger, but okay, she's a child though.
She thought it was gonna kill my man. What he turned into? What's his name again? When he turned into, and it didn't. Werewolf. He was just like,
a werewolf.
Yeah, this is real classic crime victim blaming, bro. This is classic victim blaming, bro. Like, this is classic, bro. But not a child, bro. That's crazy.
What did it change?
So first off, I'm gonna just touch on the fact of they was outnumbered. They was all finna die. Like, you remember that Warwick or Vander, you feel me, was getting stabbed up. He was finna go. You feel me? He was out of control. And Bessa had a whole army. It's only two of them. Jinx is on the floor without her weapon. You feel what I'm saying? So they was finna be over with, bro. They already got ambushed and all. So Vi had just got out of being cuffed. She was out the fight. So it was just like, bro, like, she did what she had to do to even give them a fighting chance to get away. You know what I'm saying? No, did it change the war? No, but it definitely changed the battle, because had she not did that, they would have been dead. Like, ain't no way they would have survived that fight.
Yeah,
I gotta go back and look, because I gotta go. I just remember watching that and watching her go in that slow motion. I was like, that's really crazy. That I just feel like there is a better way, sweet child. Instead of this, there has to be. You know what I mean? I commend her though. Like, that was probably like one of the first moments where I was like, damn, that shit hurt. Like,
it broke.
Yeah, for sure.
It was sad.
I felt just more bad for Jinx, because her character was finally starting to, you know what I mean? You know, it was growing, and she was switching and turning to like a different person,
like a nurturing type.
You know what I mean? Exactly. So
yeah, she saw herself, like her young self, Anisha.
Right.
Sure.
But I get it.
Yeah, she's a child.
Okay, so that was the controversial point, and I'm glad that let's be controversial. Let's really get into it. But I also want to talk about, like, capitalizing off of Isha. What was y'all like most heartbreaking moments in the show? Because they have so many. What was like the moment?
Echo never telling Jinx he likes her.
No, oh my god, there's a cut scene. They had to cut like an hour of film out of the final episode because of Netflix's like guidelines or whatever. There was supposed to be, so when Powder in the alternative universe, you know, Powder with the whole minds, that whole collaborative scene they had of making the whole time machine so that Echo can go back to his original timeline. There was supposed to be a parallel scene to that of when Echo finally stops Jinx, and it was gonna be a whole montage of them getting ready to go fight in the war together, where like she's spray painting everything, they're working together, and they cut that. So really? In that scene, people have, don't quote me on this, people have said that in that scene, Echo was gonna explain, you know, like he did the Powder in the alternate timeline, like, I had a dream and this is what you were like. You know, you were self-sacrificing, you were sweet, you were kind. And that's because Jinx is always like, there's no good version of me. I think the main point of stopping Jinx from doing what she was going to do is Echo convincing her that there is good versions of her if she can try, you know? I think that's why she really had a change of heart to help people, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my moment. I feel you on that. Damn.
Anybody else? Most heartbreaking moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, honey.
No, it's got to be that. It's got to be Echo finding that timeline and finding Benzo and finding Clagger and Milo and seeing that they're alive and like, oh my god,
that was really sad.
But also like Jace and Victor, like them having that last conversation, like in the whole mind space, whatever, of like you're like almost like I love you for who you are sort of thing. Like you were never broken, you never needed to change, like you're my brother and I love you. You know, that that was awful.
For me, it was when Jinx killed Silco.
Mm.
That moment for me was a lot. I was like, because the dynamic there was crazy for her to have to choose between her sister and her adopted father. I was like, oh my gosh, what a choice!
He wasn't even mad at her.
And then what he told her after, that's what really got me, was the fact that he wasn't mad. He was like, you never have to change, and I would have never turned you in. And I was like, oh my gosh. And when she blew up the damn council, I was like, hey, what else are you supposed to do after a moment like that? But that was the biggest moment for me. Isha was a very close second, but for me it was definitely
I was strictly thinking about season 2, but season 1 that definitely hit me too, because Silco is my favorite.
Oh my gosh. Say what you want about, but their relationship is what got me.
Oh my god, found family tropes.
Yeah.
Do you consider Silco a villain?
Partially yes and partially no.
I mean, he was a drug lord. You know?
True.
For sure.
True.
But then there's the no when it comes to his cause for wanting to have the nation of Zaun, the nation of Zaun and everything. I think he started off good, but he got corrupted somewhat in the minds.
It wasn't good for him, like morally, to have to hurt the people of Zaun to get them to need him, like to distribute Shimmer, so that people became addicted to people felt they couldn't live without it, and that put him in a sort of like a power dynamic. And I don't know if without Shimmer he would have even rose to power like that.
Was that his objective of doing all of that?
Well, there was a lot of Chem Barons, and all the other Chem Barons were very much like different distributions of Zaun and had their own kind of power dynamic, but for some reason Silco was top dog. I think because he like finalized that. He was like the weird George Washington of like, I found it. Not George Washington didn't really do that. Anyway, but he was like, I think he was the one who kind of founded it. I recently just played the like Jinx Destroys Everything game, and you got to kind of go in like Silco's layer and like see a whole bunch of notes and pictures of the other Chem Barons and like his relationships with like that sort of thing. And it was really interesting because like I don't really know how he became such a top dog. I wonder if it was but my reasoning was because of Shimmer.
Gotcha. My heartbreaking scene, and it's an underrated one. I don't think nobody really cares for this scene but me. But let me just bring up her character, which is, you know, your favorite character apparently.
Oh, girl.
The beautiful Mel. We never heard of her brother throughout the whole show. So when they finally when the I think it was called the Black Rose, when they manipulated and captured her, but at first they was like they masked as like that's dope. When they masked as her brother, and just seeing how she embraced her brother and the conversation that they had and all that, just to find out that he wasn't really alive. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That was cold blooded.
Yeah,
that was cold blooded. Because I think it's his character and the conversation that they had spoke a lot of volume and brought a lot of context to why the dynamic between Mbessa and Mel was so divided. You know what I'm saying? Because for Mbessa, it's about like, you know what I mean, the survival of the fittest. And then for like Mel, it's kind of like, okay, instead of trying to survive in these environments, how can we cultivate it? How can we make it better? How can we become a union instead of trying to destroy and be top dog? You know what I'm saying? So I thought that conversation was just really heartfelt and beautiful. And to find out that it was just an illusion, I was like, oh, because you got blown up, you know, lost your boyfriend. You know what I mean? Your mama disowned you. Like, it's just a lot going on for Mel. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is just
Damn.
That definitely was
got
a lot.
powers on top of that.
right. Powers that you didn't even know about. So now you got to figure out how to do
For
that.
real.
Yeah, for
my
sure.
God.
I kind of smelled that something was wrong with that though, so it didn't hit me like it hit you because
Really?
because it was all this magic going on, and the mother made it very clear that he was dead. I don't think that she would have made it that clear if she wasn't for certain that he was dead. She would have probably said he was taken if he was just gone and trapped in a vortex, but she made it clear he was dead. So I was just like, I don't know, it's a lot of
Soon as
magic.
you saw him, you was like, oh yeah, here it goes.
I wasn't
no.
sure. I was skeptical though. So when it happened, I was like, okay, well there it is. So it didn't hit me like it hit you because I was skeptical.
I didn't catch it. I was like, it seemed off for him to just come out the shadows out of nowhere like that. And I was like, the only thing I thought, I was like, oh, this nigga, excuse me, he ain't up to no good. I was like, oh, he ain't up to no good.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, you know what I'm saying? After he sat down and they being chummy, I was like, oh, okay, this is something good coming out
like
this
said,
show. Just for them to sweep the rug underneath my feet. Like, nah, nobody gets a happy. Oh, speaking of that, when Warwick, Jinx, Vi, and Isha all hugged, and then just for that to go the other way too, I'm like, y'all can't keep doing this to me. Like,
I was like, damn, is Shonda Rhimes on the writing team? Because y'all are just like wrecking.
Yeah, they're like holding it in front of your face, like, you want a happy ending? Oh, that's too bad.
Right.
Amazing writing team.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I want to bring up this character, and she might be underrated to me as well. But Caitlyn.
Hell yeah.
No,
Man.
You don't like Caitlyn? Caitlyn's dope.
I said underrated.
Oh, okay.
I say underrated because like
such a hate train for her too.
I felt like for everybody's objective, she was just a tool. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't really. Go ahead.
No, yeah, she was used. She. Oh, yeah, at her worst. Like, and Bessa saw, like, oh, you're sad. I can use that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Bessa could smell the weakness in her for sure, and she used her to no end.
And then got Maddy in on it.
Oh yeah.
That was
Maddy.
crazy.
Which one was Maddy?
Maddy was the one that slept with
She was sleeping with at the
Scottish
end.
redhead,
That
and then turned the tables and was like
cold-blooded.
I was like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though, the way Mel flipped the script on that, I ain't gonna lie, that was
when I tell you, the audience I was with watching that, at the scream everyone scrumped was electric.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That was a dope moment.
It was insane.
How did she learn how to use her power so fast though? I thought that was like mind-boggling. I was like, I can understand being powerful, but for her to have that precision in that moment, I was like, damn, you at that level already? Like, so
you know how sometimes on shows, movies may do stuff off emotion, and it just works out in their favor. You know what I mean? The power just works out because of that emotional rush they're going through. I think that was one of those moments. She was just popping back up too. She came in hard too. Popped back up out the blue. I almost forgot about her at this point in time. Honestly, I didn't expect that. I was like, what? I was like, what just happened? Oh,
right.
Okay.
Like a real one.
Yeah, she popped back up like Thor in Wakanda.
Right. Hey.
Oh, fast.
Now, okay, so speaking of that, what are some of y'all? Oh, wait, well, before I go into that, because I feel like we jumping around. When they did this, I saw this post in this Arcane group, and this is like after Jinx did what she did, and then Bessa gave her that general role, and she went to the window. I was like, it gave me that Game of Thrones vibe. Like, I was like, oh, she finna turn up. She finna go crazy. everybody in Zaun finna feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's bad. I was like, yeah, she definitely finna turn a leaf. Is she bad? She definitely was doing police brutality for sure.
Yeah.
She definitely was off her rocker. Like they was beating up, slamming people against the wall. People ain't had nothing to do with the situation. But I'm not gonna lie. If I was in her shoes, I'm not knocking you, bro. Like she lost her family, and she was doing it on the strength on trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. She come from the other side of the tracks. She ain't got no real investment into these people. She been told her whole life, like Simba, like, hey, these the Badlands. We don't go there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And she even took the time to go and like understand them. Like went to the undercity, like lived in Vi's shoes for a little bit, and even all that, it was like, I don't know. It was a real big jump to going through that to I'm a dictator now.
Yeah, straight up.
She was kind of just thrust into that. And
Yeah.
like, all right, well, I got to do kind of what what they expect me to do, what they expect of me. So I'm gonna give it to them. I'm already pissed. Who gonna stop it?
Gotta direct that anger somewhere, bro. And when she socked up Vi, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh, she done lost it.
She lost it.
It's her boo in the stomach.
Yeah. Freaking that like back pistol, not pistol, like rifle just back in. Oh, I felt it. I felt it in my butt.
And poor Vi, she was just devastated.
Oh no, she going through it. She can't catch up. Great.
Oh man, that's the word. I think she probably got the most heartbreak out of everybody in the show. Besides probably maybe Echo, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or Jinx. Yeah, but yeah, no,
there's a lot of plenty of heartbreak to go around.
Yeah. But no, like when Vi was crying at the end of the movie, it felt like a movie. At the end of the show, when she's just like on her back, just letting it out, like, you know what I mean? I felt that, man, because it's like she had no outlet, man. You saw she was just on the bender. You know what I mean? She went to the fight club. She had no outlet. You know what I'm saying? And so when she finally it just hit. She finally let go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't really see Vi have no cry scenes, nothing crazy. The whole
show was always tough.
So that was the moment she finally let go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's deep.
I saw, even on a post today, the parallel of her falling to her knees in front of Warwick after realizing she's never going to see him again. And it was almost the same parallel as when she fell to her knees, realizing her parents were dead on the bridge.
Yeah.
That introduction to the show already had me hooked. I was like, what am I watching?
Right.
Honestly, it caught me off guard a little bit. Like the first episode and a half, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It took them to jump into adults. After the fact, I was like, oh, okay. Now I'm here. Okay, I like this. I really, really like this now. And then it made me think about everything else. And I was like, oh shit, okay. Oh, the bridge, the fan. Okay. I'm with it now. Now I'm like, I'm with it. Now I'm locked. Now I'm super locked in.
Yeah.
I think I was texting too much during the first episode or something. You know, the first episode of the show, you don't know sometimes. You're like, yeah.
Right, yeah.
We'll see.
It's a tester.
Oh, I'm like, that animation dope. That song is dope. But I'm like, yeah. But then when I really locked down, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Speaking about bonds and all that, and this is what I was gonna get into. Going into the childhood, I'm the cutest, man. Shout out to the animators, bro. Like, for us black people too. Like, black people, we ain't been animated like this in a long time. And then going into this fight scene, man. Like, I gotta say, for me, arguably the best fight scene throughout the whole show, from first season and second season. I don't know what y'all feel like is the best fight scene. For me, it's that one. Where y'all at with it? Where y'all feel like was the best fight scene?
I gotta think, because it was a lot.
I really liked Savika and Vi's first fight.
Oh, facts.
That was like
she fought her with no gauntlets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. How could I forget? Freaking with the whole Vi and Jinx fighting, but then Caitlyn and Savika were like fighting. This is season 2. Oh my god. Freaking Savika pushes Caitlyn, and then Caitlyn bites her hand, and Savika's like,
right.
You know, I was on
yeah.
the floor, dude. That was.
It was a lot.
A lot of awesome fight
It
scenes.
was a lot of.
They're
a
all
lot of dope
amazing.
fight scenes. I don't even know.
Oh, I take it back. I take it back. It might. It might still be number one. But the fight scene when Vander was down and Vi got out that room and said, "I'm gonna hold it down as a youngin."
Knock that
And
dude
really
out.
cheat up with Big Bro and
that one stands out.
That was the same
everybody
guy
off the
in
bridge.
prison.
Oh yeah, bro. I said she got them. She got them things. She got them on her. I was like,
that,
yo,
Vi kept knocking that guy out repeatedly in the series.
yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, she even when she was, I'm like, even though I want to say I don't think it's the first episode, but it could have been the first or second episode of the first season. When they was kids, she was about that because it was like these little Rugrat kids that try to steal their loot, and Vi was like, it's up, like let's do it, like it was being older kids that are boys her age, bro. So I just think like the introduction and setting the scene of the type of environment that they was like living in and how they had to, the things they had to do to survive. I just thought that I just thought it was so unique and dope. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was fire.
See women in like an assertive role as well, like women in power, women who don't take shit, strong women. You know, like not the whole stereotypical meek. I'm over here. I'm not gonna fight. I got bacon. You know, it was refreshing to see that. Yeah, the damsel in distress thing. Like, no, they're fighting for themselves. They don't give two shits.
Right.
Oh, love that.
Can't pick a favorite fight scene, but one that does stand out is the one when they were fighting right before, the one that you mentioned, when she was on the bridge fighting Silco's people. That stands out to me. But also, I thought one that was just really cool was when Jinx gave, what was her name? Savika? What's her name?
The arm!
Oh, yeah. The alley fight was hard. The alley fight was
hard. Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
That was just so creative because we never knew what was coming.
Yeah.
So that fight stands out to me, but I still can't say it's my favorite just because there were so many I'm having trouble even remembering.
The last fight scene, the only reason why it's not my favorite, but it would be because I do like the choreography of it, was Mbessa handling her daughter and Caitlyn at the same time. Yeah, I was like, them hands is rated up, like they rated for everybody.
Just shoot her. I be thinking sometimes she has no powers, bro. If y'all don't shoot her, magic up on her and shoot her.
She was absorbing it.
Exactly, I was about to say.
Yeah, that was when she took that off of her, it was a wrap. But she was absorbing the power just like her henchman before he died. That was her ace in the hole. But other than that, I mean, Mbessa was a beast. Oh my god,
a beast. I wouldn't fight her, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. She got it.
Would you date her?
I'm smashing for sure. I'm gray hairs and all.
That's the wildest thing you probably ever have.
That is the
her strong ass.
Hey, that's the happy death. I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
That's my snoo.
When they be like death by snoo or that leg lock, like, oh yeah, tap out, like nah, like. And Mbessa, she got it, bro. I ain't gonna, even the bathtub scene when they first introduced her, I was like, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, wow, that was something. I was like, wow, that's
strong.
Give me a chance.
It's one of those moments where they be like, when you date the daughter, but then you find out what the mama look like. I was like, I ain't gonna lie. And Mbessa got it, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. She is. It's something. It's one of those posts where they be like, "Hear me out." She's definitely to hear me out for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Agree.
Speaking about the dynamics of the show, the parallels between Into the Spider-Verse and Arcane, you know what I mean? How did y'all feel about that? They even talked about like the love interest between, Miles and Gwen and Jinx and Echo. Like, how did y'all seen those, right? Into Spider-Verse?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. I haven't heard of this, so I was thinking about the parallels.
I think it's amazing. It's like almost like it was a happy surprise how well those kind of happen. I've seen so much fan art of it. Like there's a lot of Spider-Verse like versions, like spider-sonas of the Arcane characters that's come out of it, mainly Jinx and Echo, and then like what Gwen and Miles would look like in Arcane, and I think it's so much fun because those two, I feel like those were some of the most prominent like 3D animated films we've had in recent years, hands down.
Easily, no conversation.
Yeah. And so, like, to see them, like, have something in common and that, like, the two fandoms can kind of merge, it was like, oh, I love this. I love what we've done.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Well, what are they saying the parallels are between...
Okay, I'll touch on it. Like, for the fact that they do the multiple timelines, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you have a love interest in a whole different universe, and it's kind of like, no matter what, y'all destined for tragedy. You know what I'm saying? Like, a love interest that's so close, it's like right there, you can touch it, but no matter what, like, it ends up in heartache. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's Echo's story. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, unfortunately, it's not like that's the love that's always there for you, but it's the love that can't be. You know what I'm saying?
That make his story even sadder. That make his shit, you know what I mean? That make his situation with it, you know, with Powder at that time even more sad because it can just never happen.
Do you feel like he should have stayed in that timeline and maybe he didn't choose his own happiness?
No,
nah,
he didn't belong there.
Well,
that would have been a cop out, and that would have been a disgrace to his character.
Yeah, you gotta go back,
his people.
fix things, see what everything else is going. Like, you know, like this probably would be for the best, but I got too much. I got people that rely on me back there. They really can't survive without me like that. All of that.
Oh yeah, appreciate that.
That is a dope impound.
Ron sound familiar. I think I know who Ron is, but yeah, bro. Shout out to Trace, man. You know what I'm saying? West Coast is up, man. I don't you know what I mean? No disrespect to anybody else that's from anywhere else. I know Detroit, cool, but West Coast is up right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Trace, Impound Comics. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. You know, going to your convention in February, man. So, you know, congrats to you. I can't wait to go there and support.
That's what I was about to tell
you. I got the sweater
Con.
too. You feel me? So
it's fire. That's what I was about to tell you, Con. I got like a couple more minutes because I got the homie
it's all good.
Quick down there. Your West Coasters.
Yeah, I thought I knew you. I was like, I knew it sounded familiar, bro. Team 202. Okay, for sure. But you could do whatever you need to, bro. But we definitely need to give you your own episode. You feel me? Because you know what I mean. This is kind of like
because we watch everything. We watch everything.
For
watch
sure.
Everything.
Me and you was debating the first night we met. You know,
and I like that. That's the thing about debate me, please. You know, because I feel like
the Walking Dead conversation
right about everything
was real good.
Yeah,
you heard me. The Walking Dead.
You finished it?
I haven't finished it. Did you finish it?
I did.
You did? Okay, I gotta catch up. I can't debate you until
I need to do the spinoffs now. That's my thing. I did the Rick and Michonne spinoff. I finished that. I'm like, damn, that was too fast. I'm like, that was too quick. I need to do the Daryl one and the Negan one. And I think they're doing another one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I thought that was a movie. Is it a show? The
show.
The one with Negan and what's her name?
Yeah, show. I think it's about to be on season 2. Y'all don't watch The Walking Dead, huh?
I have not seen it since they killed Glenn. I'm one of those people that killed Glenn, and I was like, F this show.
Forever. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you that? KP, didn't I say that? I said when they killed Glenn, I was like, oh, I'm finna quit.
Everybody. Let me tell you, that's no lie, top 5 like most tragic moments in like TV, cinema, anything history, bro. Like that was like
it was like, excuse me. It was like when they killed Derek in the Grey's Anatomy. It's like, forget y'all.
That hurt you right there?
Huh?
That hurt you?
Oh, yes. My husband came home and I was like, how did they kill Derek? He was like, who died? What? He thought somebody died for real.
I bought the shirt. It has Glenn on it and it says, I'll find you. Talking about another show with a lot of heartaches, bro. Like that.
No. Maddie,
it's not made for the week.
Maddie, what was like a loss in a TV show or a film that was like that?
Oh my god, I was 13 years old and I read the Attack on Titan manga and they killed off Erwin Smith and I was sobbing for my life.
Damn.
I was with my grandparents at the time. I'm laying in bed. I'm sobbing. My grandma was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I'm like, "They killed my man. They killed him." And she's like, "Stop scaring your great grandfather. He thinks someone's actually dead." You know.
Right.
Damn.
And then it got animated like 5 years later, and I still cried.
Oh, that's dope that you ended to where you read it years ahead of time. Man, I'm not that level of nerd yet. Comic books, yes.
I was a big Attack on Titan fan.
Yeah.
Real quick before you go, bro, I want to attack these two conversations. Like these, it's not conversations, posts. Y'all can just give me y'all votes on them. So this is Tapping No Capping post. Which father figure deserves to be acknowledged the most?
Alfred.
Rating on there is crazy.
Alfred.
Yeah.
They're sleeping on him. They're sleeping on Alfred.
No conversation. We got Alfred. We got Xander. We got Master Splinter. We got Piccolo. We got Obi-Wan Kenobi. We got Raiden. We got Uncle Iroh, and we got Professor Xavier. So you mean to tell me it's not even a competition?
Alfred or Splinter.
Oh, I'm a DC girl at heart, so I just love Alfred.
Alfred.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that was my pick too, but
Alfred.
I just wanted to be a conversation. I wanted at least to be a debate.
Brother does so much. He gets so little.
Down.
Okay, we got one vote for Iroh. Yeah, a lot of the comments said Iroh when I posted it. Now, I feel like this is a better comparison between Gotham and Arcane.
Oh shit.
What is the worst place? It's gotta be Gotham. Okay, so
Arcane's broad. Arcane's broad. Like when you say Arcane, it's like I could live in Piltover.
Okay, so look, this is what I'm gonna say, right?
Gotham is pretty trash, but Arcane
Tap
is
or
great.
Cap, right? Tap, you agree that Zaun is worse, or Cap, you disagree that it's not worse. So it sounds like from Maddy, it's a Cap. Like you think Gotham is worse. Me, I'm going with Zaun is worse. You know what I'm saying? Piltover is its own city. You know what I'm saying? That's like you gotta cross the bridge to get over there.
I feel like I live in Zaun,
not all of
yeah. I'll bring it back up. Yeah, Zaun is a worse place than Gotham. Tap or Cap?
Oh my god,
Tap,
absolutely.
I'm still Gotham. I feel like Gotham is fucking crazy.
Gotham, I can still make a life.
Crazy,
just
but
stay, go home sometimes
but
after dark.
Buildings are collapsing 24/7. You go into a 7-Eleven and there's a guy calling himself the condiment king. You can't get ketchup on your burger there. Freaking, he took it all.
I'm whooping Condiment King ass. Okay,
we live in
We're gonna have to catch these hands.
Oh
So here's where I'm gonna go with it. So like I don't know if y'all saw the show or the show Penguin, which is fire, by the way. 10 out of 10.
Good to know.
If you haven't seen it
yet.
Great.
Please watch it.
Okay.
Fire. And to Maddie's
watching, so
to Maddie's point, yes, they got floods, they got bombs, they got so it is a lot. Not gonna cap. I would be terrified to live in Gotham. I'm not saying it's not a conversation. The difference is that in Zaun, there are clips of literally like homeless people sleeping on the floor and random thugs just for no reason. Kids getting beat up, no homes to live. Like,
okay, you got me there.
Just talking about Isha. Isha was, when we got introduced to Isha, she's already a mute. She can't talk. When we see her, she's running away from like 12 different thugs for no reason. We still don't know why.
Yep.
So it's like Zaun is not safe for nobody. They got gas. It's like a chemical thing going on.
It's called the gray.
It's too much. It's too much to worry about.
Air's toxic. They eating slugs. I was like,
look,
and
they you got so delicious.
Nah. Like you got all these souped up mutants because of Silco and the shimmer stuff. Like
that's another point.
That kills it. Just
not that's crazy to me though, because there's like superhero people, and I feel like that can go from 1 to 100 real quick. But also again, the living situation in Zaun is much worse.
Yeah. For me, also just the rating of the cops that happens so often in Zaun.
Yeah.
You don't got no time to breathe if you ain't getting it from the thugs. You getting it from the raids. You getting it from, I ain't gonna say the AIDS, but you know what I'm saying, like some type of disease or something. Like it's like, bro,
That's
it's
true.
too much. It's
Yeah.
too much going on. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going with Zaun. I can understand it being Gotham. I'm not
Nope,
mad at
nope.
the
I
people
have
who
been
pick
properly
Gotham.
swayed.
You've been properly slayed. Okay,
Very
I
much
feel
so.
it. All right, so we going tap. You know, Zaun
tapping.
is the worst place. Yeah, for sure.
Easily.
All right, with KP, man, it's been an hour. If you got a dip, we appreciate you. Thank you for giving me your time. I
course,
definitely
thank
got
you
to
for
run
having
another
me, my guy.
episode with you. When I roll down to LA, I know you be busy. I gotta come on your podcast. We definitely got to
on.
network more, and let's get into it.
Yep.
Good luck to you on your endeavors too, brother.
Yeah, we thank you, man. We started back up in January at our new location, so please, by all means, let's do it. And I kind of
All
want
right.
to start another one too. Maddie, are you in LA?
No, I'm in Portland. Yeah.
But she travel
Really?
all the
Yeah.
time though. She travel all the time though. So like we might.
I do
you know what
travel.
I mean?
I travel quite frequently.
Nice.
I went to LA like a month ago. So.
Okay. Celeste, are you in LA too or no?
Vegas. I'm from LA, but I live in
It's
Vegas.
not hard.
I like Vegas now.
Everybody comes to Vegas eventually.
Oh yeah, I'll be out there.
Never been,
Wait.
but it looks interesting.
You should come
that's
dressed just like that and let's walk the strip.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah,
That's
walk
not
the
lit. I'm
strip.
not gonna
You
lie.
would make a lot of money
Yep,
probably.
gotta get a fat Tuesday.
Damn, they'll just pay me for dressing up.
Oh,
They actually do that. That's how they hustle
People
out
will
there in
take
Vegas. They
taking
sit there
pictures
and
and
try
all
to.
that.
You want a picture? Pay me $5. God, that sounds like you want a pic.
Girl.
Can you imagine
Oh,
doing that at
yeah.
a con? Hey, can I get a picture with you? That would be $5, please.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would feel so mean.
yeah.
But
Well,
if
it
I
was a
was paid
pleasure
for that-
meeting y'all. Thank y'all so much for having
Same,
me.
likewise.
Lovers and
Me too.
friends, suckers,
Oh, hold on. Wait.
Airbnb,
Run it back. Say it again.
lovers and friends,
Oh, wait.
Airbnb, boom,
Air-
bing. Airbnb and suckers are all
Okay.
out now. My films on Tubi and
Oh, that's
Amazon.
what's up.
Please check them out.
Oh, I
Mr.
would
Big Shot.
Appreciate it.
love to be.
Okay.
Mr. Big Shot.
You know, hey, I'm trying. I'm
No,
on
you
my way.
you ain't trying.
Oh,
You doing it.
it.
You doing it. You
Yeah,
feel me?
I gotta keep it. I gotta keep going. We
That's what's
working on it.
up.
Thank y'all so much.
Congrats
though,
on
y'all.
those.
It's been great.
All
I
right.
like this.
No
All right, y'all
problem,
have a
man.
good
Hey,
night.
we're gonna have another one. All right, see you, KP.
For sure.
All right. That was good, man. I appreciate that. We gonna have a few more conversations, and we gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But I appreciate y'all giving me y'all time. Solicit apologies. Apologies. I'm on live. I'm sincerely sorry. I don't know how that happened. There was so much going on that you saw the last episode. You know, you see me one man show, so I'm like, you feel me? Try to do what I can. I apologize sincerely from the heart, from the depths of the soul. I apologize, especially you done got the whole get up. If I was you, I would have been like, "What we doing?" Hey,
They're like, I'm just like this, and I don't even get invited.
right? What we doing? I've been pissed. So I feel you. You feel me? Like I apologize. My fault.
Nah,
But thank you. And thank you for doing your part in watching the show, catching up, to be on this episode. You know what I mean? I really appreciate it. I would have had you on the last one if it wasn't a collaboration, by the way. Just letting you know.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate any invitation. I don't expect to be on everything.
No, I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect. Real quick, we gonna touch a couple of more characters.
Yes, let's
Talk about Jace, man. There's a lot of controversy around this character. Like at first he was the pretty boy favorite, and now he's like, you know, he brought destruction to everybody. So kind of like how y'all feel about Jace and his choices and all that.
I feel like
Who is Maddy? Waiting to see. He want to know who is you, Maddy. I guess introduce yourself. He kind of late coming in. Derek Butler.
Oh. Hi, I am Maddy, and I cosplay. I'm Jinx today.
They when I met Maddy, I met her at Colorado Anime. Y'all didn't get that background when I got my first media pass to do that as a content creator. And we hit it off. She's a really dope person. Her and her twin brother. I asked her about cosplaying into Jinx, and she says yes, it's one of her favorite cosplays, but it's one of the hardest to do because all the hair.
Dude, when I tell you,
heavy.
Everyone was so sad that she cut her hair in the series, and I was like, thank God! I am tired of lugging this shit around. It's ridiculous.
Is it heavy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I only put the long one on for this because I'm sitting and it's like draped on me.
Oh, okay.
but it's very heavy. I usually have to like glue it to my head and tighten it as much as I can, and it's just a lot.
Yeah, no fun. Does it hit your ankles? Does it hang to your ankles?
I'm not sure. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, my foot's asleep.
You got the pants and everything. That's what's up.
She in full
Oh my
cosplay.
gosh, it really hangs to the floor. Oh my goodness.
It's like the back of my calf.
Oh yeah, that's commitment.
But this is heavy, dude.
Look how she doing. You feel me?
Right.
You feel
Swinging
me?
it. Go on and whip it like Willow Smith. I whip my hair back and forth.
Oh,
Just whip it. That's what's up.
oh my
That
god.
is hilarious.
But no, it's fire. You the detail. You got it. I
Dude,
love it.
I got so much stuff in here that's Arcane related. I have like a blanket.
Ooh.
Oh,
dude.
wow.
Oh, if
Where
we
you-
have
where your other
at
stuff
the end
at?
of this, this
Did
one?
you say you? No, not the covers. You said you got other like collections.
Oh my god,
like,
when we
collectibles.
have a minute, I could show you all the Arcane shit I have. But I don't want to interrupt. I want to get back on track with Jace.
Oh, you cold. It is December. I feel you. It's not just decoration. Yeah.
But to wrap up Jace, yeah, definitely because all the characters are morally kind of gray, I definitely gave him a lot of like benefit of the doubt throughout everything he did. It's kind of sitting like, I hope this goes well. Though he was very much not everyone's favorite. I was like, well, he's got this character plot. We're getting his experience for a reason, I feel like. You know, because if it wasn't for him, it was like the whole like in every possibility and every timeline, it was only Jace that could like fix Victor and the Arcane and all that stuff, you know. So like he definitely had a huge plot point. But he was definitely driven by being a counselor in the first season, you know, where he definitely saw the undercity people as like dangerous, which was misleading. So, but then again, you know, and the Piltover characters who didn't think they were like, you know, less than.
Right. Solicit.
Well, I think that Jace started off great, you know, trying to bring magic to the people. That was great, but he was easily influenced in season 1, and I wasn't a fan of that. I was just like, boy, if you don't stand on your own 2 feet and make a decision for yourself, that was annoying me. And then like I guess it is realistic though, because sometimes, you know, as you move into these different spaces in society, you know, your worldview changes and you have different people in your ear and whatnot. And I didn't like the fact that he was starting to get all like, you know, the Piltover, they're evil, they're bad. And I was like, sir, chill out. You know, you're doing too much. You know, but he his thirst for power was kind of surprising to me because it came kind of quick. And I was like, you went from being a do-gooder scientist to a corrupt politician in like 3 episodes. Like, so I was having a hard time getting with it, and I kind of just wrote him off after that. But to be honest with you, I just was like, well, he's just kind of there at this point. These other characters I was loving so much, I was like, Jace is whatever.
Yeah.
But then, you know, they had him on his journey, you know, to stop things. But I was really shocked when he killed Victor. I was like, excuse
my god,
me,
yeah,
you can't just walk up in here and kill Cyborg Jesus. What are you doing? I was like, what is happening? So
he had a whole cult going and things looked great. He was helping Vander, you know, like
killing people with sickness and all that stuff, gave them places to live.
Showed up. Messy hell. Oh my god.
And that threw me, and that put him back on my radar because he was just off my radar. Jace was just like, let's get to the next scene.
It was like Echo and Heimerdinger were like, yay, timeline. And then Victor is out struggling for his life. Or not Victor, sorry, Jace.
Yeah.
Struggling for his life in this crazy timeline.
Yeah.
For me,
like how he didn't keep his word. He didn't keep his word to Victor. He told Victor that he would destroy that thing, but in his own selfishness of not wanting to lose Victor, he, you know, did what he did. And I just was like, I wasn't feeling him for a while, but I did like that once he was on his path, that he did stick to it and he was not swayed from it. I was like, okay, finally, he can stand on something and, you know, complete the mission that he set out to complete. So he got back in my good graces a smidge at the end, but
I can agree.
Whatever. Jace was whatever to me because he was just such a pushover. Mel was just pulling his strings.
Oh yeah.
Like, come on,
Mel
Jace.
can pull my strings any day. I don't know.
But it's like you can get the booty, but it's like be a man and stand on your own two.
Have a backbone. Yeah, I get it.
He's a big boy.
What's his name? Yeah, Hyman Dinger. I need to pull it up to find his name.
I didn't like what he did to him at all.
So let me chime in on Jace. I didn't really mess with Jace because he was told from the get-go, leave that magic alone. Leave it alone. It is not good. It ain't gonna bring nothing to good to nobody. And he tried to tell bro. And I just don't understand because it progressively kept getting worse. And he just like, I can use it. It kept on. It was literally a living thing. You had no control of it. And that was evident. But you still kept on naively tampering with something that you didn't have a full capacity to understand. You feel what I'm saying? Not only did you not have the capacity to understand, but your ego allowed you to put other people in harm for the sake of one person. You know what I'm saying? And to go into that person, what's his name again? His best friend. What's his name again? Victor. I felt like it was like a genie in the lamp moment. He was like, "Did you bring me here? Did you rub my lamp?" You feel me? Like when he brought him back to life, he was like, "Bro, I didn't ask to come back. I was cool." Yeah. So now everything that is now progressively getting worse is because of you. And even Victor, the person who had the most control of it, was saying, "Bro, this is not good." It took out his love interest. I forget her name, but the assistant. Sky. I don't know if y'all remember her. What was her name again? Sky. Sky. Yeah. So yeah, like he was like, "Bro, I already told you to leave it alone." So to me, I never messed with Jace because he didn't really bring nothing of positive or substance to the table. Like he just was somebody who had big ideas and brought people along with his BS. You know what I mean? And he really just was cleaning up his own mistakes. He didn't do anything to really contribute to help anybody else, but trying to fix a mistake that he made. So I can't really be a fan of that. Like I can appreciate his determination. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can appreciate him being like, okay, I made this mistake. I'm going to put it all on the line to fix it. But I'm also not the type of person to be like how you feel about Vi and saying like certain people you just got to let go. It's like Naruto chasing Sasuke. It's like, bro, like that bromance, let it go, bro. Like he a whole different person. He not even he a whole different dude. You know, he in a transform. I think he got taller.
Oh yeah, he got taller. My God.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, when you say you really love somebody, do you ever really let it go? Because I can't say that I can't think of anything that I wouldn't do for my husband or my child. So
but after the fact that if they went evil to that place, like you would still be like, that's my baby.
I think that I would always be trying to find a way to bring him back or something. I don't know that there's any real way that, I don't know if there's any real surrender. Maybe some pause to, I'm gonna let you have your space to do what you're doing, but to actually give up permanently, I don't know that I can't say, because obviously I've never experienced it, but I'm just saying, like, I can't think of anything that, would stop me full tilt to where I'm just like, oh no, you're just a lost cause and I'm never going to try to help you or save you or anything like that. I might have to regroup. But, when the love is real and it's unconditional, is there really do you really stop? Can you stop? Even if it becomes harmful or toxic to you. And I think that's an underlying message in the story is like, how far will you go when you love somebody? I mean, because I feel like Jace and I keep forgetting his name, but the dude that invented Shimmer, the one that you love, Maddy.
Singed.
If you think about it, look at all of the stuff that he did to save his.
You got it all. Are you in the Arcane universe? Are you in it? Are we in the timeline right now? Like
there's so much.
She gets vacations in our realm, girl. She is.
Yes,
But I mean, what makes him any different from what drove Jace and what drove Victor to do what they did versus what he look at all the horrible things that he did and created to save his daughter. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, that was heartfelt. That was heartfelt.
Yeah.
Did y'all know his daughter Oriana is a playable character in the video game?
I did not.
I don't know.
I figured she was because she actually wakes up at the end of it, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh, nobody's talking about that. I'm like, what? She gotta be something powerful, some type of crazy being to like be in that case that she was in for so long and being injected with so many different magic things and all that. She gotta be something crazy powerful, I'm assuming.
I feel like if you blinked, you would have missed that she was even alive.
Yeah,
I almost missed it. I was like, wait a minute, is she up? I had to rewind it. I was like, is she up? I think she's up. Okay. So I guess that's how it works. But I feel you with what you're saying about Jace, but I also just like, these are the lengths that people go through for love or for their cause, I guess.
Right.
It was also kind of Victor's doing, because in every universe he gave Jace the arcane piece, which then started his journey. But then also his journey through that did destroy everything. So he's like, I'm giving you this to fix what you are about to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And anyway. Damn.
Okay. So we pretty much covered everything, y'all. I just want to use this is the only person I didn't bring up. We did bring up Victor. We talked about Victor.
But I was just curious what y'all thought.
You want to go deeper?
Cause, like, how did y'all feel about Victor?
Oh, Victor?
Go ahead.
I love him. I love him. I don't know. He pushed the boundaries for his own. I don't know. I know what he did wasn't right, and he awoke the arcane and did all this shit to help better himself. But I mean, when you're in a position that you're dying, I can only imagine what lengths you would go to try and stop that, especially if you had the resources in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't know. I it's definitely a lot, but I think his character was just beautifully done.
Okay. Okay, you got something? You want me to say something?
Well, I was great with Victor. He was giving me villain vibes from the beginning, and I was surprised that it took so long for him to really commit to a turn where he's like, I need to just control everybody to get everybody to stop fighting, which still, again, comes from a good place. However, at the end of the day, that's not how this works. Yeah. But I was cool with his journey and everything until it was giving me these cyborg Jesus vibes, with the hair and the facial hair and everything. And I was like, why are they trying to make him look like a messiah? I mean, I get that's kind of what his journey was, but I was just taken aback when they went to his area and he turned around and we saw how he looked now. And I was like, I wonder why they went that route. But I was just curious, were you guys taken aback by that at all when you saw him? I knew
from the get-go that he was going to become the Machine Herald, because in the video game, he's Victor the Machine Herald.
Right.
So I kind of knew that was going to happen. But the whole Jesus turnover was crazy to me.
I mean, with the staff and everything. I was like, and my husband, he just walked in and ran him. He was like, he wasn't even watching the show. He was like, what is that? He was like, is that supposed to be Jesus? I was like, I don't know. I was just shocked. I was like, okay. I just was curious if there was anything behind that, because I don't know about the game.
No, there's nothing that had to do with him having that he's always a tinkerer. He's always trying to find a way to help the people of Zaun, but in this Arcane version was so different, and I don't think anyone expected it to take that turn.
Okay.
With the game. Speaking about him, the only thing I felt that he was, and I don't think it was his fault, because at some point he just became an experiment for Jace. That's how I felt like. So I felt like his current mindset and his mind and where it was at wasn't his fault, because all prior to it, he was trying to prevent that. He was trying to prevent it getting to that point. And then now, since since pretty much his soul and all that stuff is corrupted because he done bonded with it, it was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, well now it looked like he was just a vessel, you know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
when he got to that point, he, like, I don't knock him as a character because again, I don't think that's him entirely, you know what I mean? It's him being
Exactly.
corrupted. But even with that point being said, I don't even know if anybody here has ever played what's my favorite video game of all time? I can't think of it. It's a space video game with the Spectre and all that stuff. What's it called? I thought you would know, Maddy. I can't think of it right now, but it's very much so like that. Oh, it's on my. If Otis was here, he would know because it's his very game. It's
I'm a gamer. I should know this.
I know it's. I can't think of it, but I will think of it later because I'll type it up. But with that point being said, it was like giving a falsehood of freedom. You know what I mean? Because the look is that, oh yeah, we're free and we have peace and all this stuff here, but it was a falsehood because they were being controlled. They are all just one. They was all like copies and all that stuff. So if you're being controlled and you could be used and all that stuff, are you really free? You know what I'm saying? Are you really living that peace? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I mean, I don't know Naruto like that, but it's kind of like when Madara gave everybody a false illusion of like the best reality. But it was like, oh, this is peace, but it's not peace because it's false. It's not, nobody's really living in this reality. It's fake. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But I will look up what the video game was I was talking about. But I want to go back into this character. And the reason why I want to touch on this was because her and Jinx was never cool. They did not like each other from the get-go. They was funking. She didn't like her character. Even when they adopted her, she didn't want her around. They did not like each other. So I thought there was a very dope moment when they finally teamed up because Savika was about to take her out. But it was like, again, like I said, through Vander, that sisterhood was built. Through Silco, this bond was built. You know what I'm saying? Because even though they hated each other, in the decisions that was made, they was able to build that bridge through the fondness of Silco. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was a really dope, cool moment. You know what I'm saying? But I like Savika a lot because pretty much she was just the enforcer. And because she, it's really, she was put into an environment where she was just tired of being stepped on, tired of, being treated the way that they was being treated. So she was inherently had to be a fighter, and she stepped into the role of Silco of being like, okay, this place needs organization. This place needs somebody to lead at the forefront. So, you know what I mean? Chaos is just not as bad as it is. You know what I'm saying? Like she only picked up the tools she was given. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I like Savika is because she was never inherently bad. You know what I'm saying? She was only fighting from the position of, I want us to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like for everybody, like even organizing all the games. She was like, hey, we should all get together and unify when they try to attack us. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was never on some malicious, I want to be the queen pin. No, she was like, no, like we need to stand up and be one. And her biggest issue, and I don't know if you remember, she was close with Vander too.
Yes.
And but the only issue with Vander is that he was on some like Martin Luther King stuff where he was like, you know what, I'm not trying to go that extra violent route to actually be, the aggressor when it comes to Piltover. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to be a defender, you know what I mean? Not an avenger. You feel me? So
exactly. So what's so interesting is that Savika watched Vander take in these kids and had the ideal of, we need to come together to figure out these issues. To then she watched Silco take in a child, and he kind of took that also mentality of like, we should, we got the Canberrans together and all that. And once they were gone, she went from being more of like a Silco idealist to immediately going to Vander from season 1, kind of like, we need to unify and fight, Whereas then it was like, she's a perfect mix, I feel like, of both of them. And her becoming a counselor was amazing.
Fire. I
was so happy to see that.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. I love her so much. She is like my phone lock screen, I think, right now. But I think, God, yeah. But like the switch up of like her being so pissed and hating Jinx to immediately after losing Silco, like was pretty chill with her. Like, I think it took her time that we never saw because, man, she did not like Jinx. I didn't think that we probably didn't see that in the video game we played. That Jinx fixes everything. You can find a note that someone gave Savika after Silco's death, where apparently someone was like, "Hey, I know you're like going through it because of Silco's death. Like, apparently she had a really hard time due to finding out about Silco's passing." So that kind of goes to show about how kind of close they were. And like, so I feel like there was a spot after the death of like Savika and Jinx that we didn't really see.
Feel that. I was gonna say, with all that being said, because we about to hit an hour 30 minutes, I just want to hear y'all like overall thoughts of both seasons and like give it a rating, like out of 10, and we can start with whoever wants to start.
I'll start. Just to tie up Savika, I did want to say that I really loved how loyal she was. Her loyalty to me was her biggest feature. Like when they were trying to come for her, she still stood by Silco. She stood by her word, and I was like, I love that for her. But as far as the overall, you said season versus season or overall?
No. I mean, you can say that, but I was saying like overall, like the collection of the two.
The collection of the two, I thought it was great. I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. I like the first season better than I like the second. I liked a lot of elements in the second season. There were a lot of emotional things that went on, like with Isha, with Echo. It was a lot of things that happened in season 2 that I think were great for the story. But season 1, just hands down, was the better season for me. But overall, I give it an 8 out of 10. It was a great watch. I was binging and was happy to be binging. My husband was like, "You still watching this?" I was like, "Yes."
I'm glad.
I was like, "It's not about that. I'm hooked. I'm locked in." Okay.
And for y'all who don't know Celeste Cinnamon, bro, she does amazing content. She reviews all type of movies. She's more of a movie watcher. So she kind of did this as a favor to me to watch the show. I appreciate that. It's a 2-season show watch, and she knocked it out. Flowers and appreciation to you, but I'm also glad I feel like I did you a favor for putting you on. So I do appreciate.
No, you did. It was a great show. I was like, I love this. I had a lot of fun watching it. So I appreciate it.
Definitely tune into her content because she has her own thing that she's doing of content where she does a skit, you know what I'm saying? And I can't wait for her to come out with more episodes of that. It's really, really fire. I'll go into my breakdown, and then we'll go into yours, Maddy, if you want.
Sure.
Okay. So going into season 1, season 1 had me hooked. Let's just talk about the soundtrack. The soundtrack, oh, the misery.
Oh yeah,
everybody want to be my enemy. Yo, that's my shit. That's my shit. And then they did a remix with JID.
A remix.
And you gotta listen, if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's a video with JID, and they did a remix song and they animated JID into it. It's the band as well, and it was fire. It was fire. So the soundtrack, 10 out of 10. The animation, 10 out of 10. I think that I liked the first season more, not because of like season 2 was bad. It just had much more suspense. The first season had so much more suspense where you just didn't know what would happen. I remember it was scenes where what's her name? Caitlyn was just in her bathroom out the shower, and Jinx apparently was in there stalking her. So when you said that Caitlyn was like obsessed with Jinx was obsessed with her first. When she found out that Vi shows up, it pretty much found a replacement. You know what I'm saying? So like that dynamic, and like you said, I go back into what you definitely got to check that out. You
I got it on my save to watch later.
That dynamic of that craziness that Jinx was showing in the first season, I love that way more than this, watered down, calm version of Jinx. even though I still love this Jinx, I feel like this season 2 showed more of her combat style and how she's really refined. And when she was, I mean, she went against Warwick toe to toe and survived. She when she went against the one of Mbessa's guards and went toe to toe with this behemoth strong dude, you know what I'm saying? And she was just weaving. You see her eyes, like the glow of her eyes, like carrying around, like with her shimmer and all that fire. You know what I mean? I would say, I probably would say it's hard. It's hard to say the combat was better in season 2 because the animation with the fights in season 1 was probably a little bit better. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Even the fight with Warwick between Vi is oh my god, in the tunnel. I was really thinking like one of them was gonna die.
Mhm.
That was the when they showed the shadows of them fighting. That was amazing. Like that, and they was just like, yo, like all they can do was watch. Amazing fight. It's a lot to say about the show. I literally could keep going, but I'm just trying to like, I don't want to just carry on just to carry on. So, I mean, I'm one of those type of people that if the show was amazing, I don't just be like, well, this and that. Like, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I can't help it. Like, my only critique would be like, oh yeah, I probably didn't like it as much as season 1, but if they both blew my socks off, I'm giving you a 10. I'm going to give you the credit that you deserve. It's kind of like when you have a favorite rap artist or any artist and you love their last album more than you like their new album. It's like, was the album still amazing? Was it fire? Because it's like, if they are reaching the expectation or exceeding that, you can't hold them to the exceeding level. Like, okay, you blew my expectations last time, but this time it's like, it was great. It just didn't reach that pedestal. You still gonna get that 10 out of me because it's like you still are doing better than any other show that I've been watching lately. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is like pretty much my show of the year for real. So 10 out of 10 for me. That was my breakdown. Sorry if it was long-winded.
You good.
So, oh my god, I haven't had a hyperfixation this hard since I watched like the anime Black Butler as a kid, and that's still like a big hyperfixation of mine to this day. But nothing has taken me by storm like Arcane did. Through just its portrayal, through because like as like not to get like real deep, but like as someone who has lost father figures, as someone who has like been through mental health crises, and like someone who has found family tropes and stuff like that, like it was refreshing to see that portrayal and not feel villainized. So when everyone loved Jinx and was like, well, she has her reasons, it almost made me feel like more like normal, you know, and stuff like that. And then as for like just the portrayal of all the different characters, and I love that all the characters are not black and white. I love that they all have done wrong. I love that they're not perfect. The music and the animation and how even the creators, they don't underpay their employees. Like, it was all like so well done. I love, and also like with the women empowerment, like all that made me feel great, with like also people of color being shown more, giving them their time in the spotlight, which is very much needed. I loved seeing people feel seen as that as well, and just like I feel like a lot of people will hold this series in their hearts, and God, and the soundtrack, like that is amazing. I still have just been listening to nothing but like the season 2 soundtrack, and then for the past 3 years just the season 1 soundtrack mostly. You know, oh goodness gracious, but it means so much to me, and I love so much of the characters, and I'm so excited to see what the creators come out with next, because I honestly don't think it would mean as much to me as Arcane did, but I'm still gonna probably love like what they do overall almost just as much. But this one definitely holds a big part in my heart, especially Jinx. I love her so much. Like, she is me in a really weird way. But freaking as for season 1 and season 2, I loved different things about both seasons. Like, the storytelling and the pacing of season 1 was definitely my favorite. I loved the character development in season 1 too. Seeing Jinx go through her struggles and the way she went through her PTSD was like again very relevant for me. And like I've been through that. I know what it's like, and it's just like I was like shell shocked to see it be so well portrayed in a way. And it I don't know, it just made me feel real safe. But then with season 2, like a lot of like the animation obviously for some reason was better. I don't know how they did it, but the animation even was better. And I was just flabbergasted by that. So I feel like the animation I enjoyed a lot more. Different things here and there for season 1, season 2. Season 1 I think still has like a super special part in my heart. But there are things that I love about season 2. Like I love being able to see young Silco, alternate Silco. But yeah, definitely 10 out of 10 for me. But I'm very biased just as I am.
I would have never guessed that. I don't know why.
My brother even did my Jinx tattoo.
That's
here.
Fire.
So
wow.
Whenever I cosplay her, I'll get like eyeshadow and I'll fill it in blue. But
that's hard.
I'm thinking about permanently getting it kind of blue filled in just because I love the way it looked. But yeah, it stuck with me. It's sticking with me, and it will stick with me.
I think that outside of the hidden cloud from Naruto, Jinx is definitely like coined the cloud look, like that tattoo and all that stuff. Also, like out of characters who are most known for their hair, Jinx is one of those cosplays where anybody wears long blue hair, you're already gonna associate it with Jinx. Like
I know it. So I love the idea of being able to do different variants, like and like self-expressions of different outfits and different versions of your own like characters for that, especially conventions when you want to be more comfortable. So I love that I could just put a wig on like this and be like, yeah, I'm Jinx. You know.
I was gonna bring up like multiple different like people who cosplay Arcane. I didn't have enough time, but you know what I'm saying? I do think that people have been cosplaying their ass off, especially the people who cosplay Vi and they actually make the big gauntlets and it lights up and stuff. So shout out to the cosplayers out there. Shout out to Maddy Kate, cosplayer, for coming on Tapping No Capping. Thank you for Solicit Cinema coming on. You are always an honored guest. Thank you for KP for coming on. Please look at his movies. They are good. I did watch Airbnb on Tubi. Please look out for it. It is a good watch. Not saying that because me and him is cool. I'm saying that because it's actually a good watch, not capping. So please watch that Airbnb movie on Tubi. And just like, you know, any other day, this is Tapping No Capping. We appreciate y'all tapping in on y'all Friday, and we will see y'all next time. Like, follow, and subscribe.